If you are an alumni, yes, in Milnerton High, if you are an alumni, yes, in Milnerton High, I need you to be mad as hell. If you have not seen that video, I need you to go and find it because I need your blood boiling. I need you to be appalled. I need us to flood emails that grade heads, SGP banyayazi. If you have connections like that, find it, send them an email. When principals, grade heads, WCED, presidency, minister of sports, I need us to be mad as hell. One thing about me, if I get a commission, I need us to Human Rights Commission. I need us to be mad as hell. As someone that went to that school, as an alumna, Payana, I know the shit that happens at that school. I know how they sweep shit under the rug, especially when it comes to the first team rugby boys. We're not having that. When I saw that video, then a banda. No, I refuse. I personally refuse to be a part of abantu abayibonile la video baqonda oh shame yena umntana abantu yo ansonyanyi but umuntu angenzi into ngalonto bethuna. That could be your child, that could be your brother, that could be your cousin. Even if it's not, that is a fucking crime bethuna. Those are the types of things abantwana bazibulelayo yona. Like, no, we cannot, because it's about complicit. If sizayibona la video, see, okay, shame, ayingangamle angendawo nawe uyafana nje nabantwana babetha lamntana. I need us to write emails. I need us to be pissed. I honestly, disappointed but not surprised. And that in itself is fucked. That in itself actually is the reason why I'm so livid. Because, guys, so many things have happened in Milnerton High. Even during Itlashalam, so many things happened and so many things were swept under the rug. In fact, Tina Bantu that would usually si raurawe payana and stand up for children's rights and whatever the case may be, right and wrong. The amount of times I even had a leadership badge of mine taken away, one of my badges taken away, because we stood up for some shit that was just bull crap. That school is fucked. That school has been fucked. We cannot, at Betuna, enough is enough. Oh, and ndifuna no eta. Ofuna ndimthumelele eyam email endithumeleleyo if ever ulazy ukudibanisa uGeorge uzundithumele mntase i-comment. Comment apha mna ndiza kuthumelela i-DM. Amandla.
Okay, this is horrific. A shocking case of bullying, in fact, assault, has taken place at Milnerton High School in Cape Town. I can't show the video of what happened. There is a video going around, but it's very, very graphic. And actually, the Department of Education have asked people to stop sharing this video because it's a very sensitive situation and because there are minors in the video. But basically, it shows a group of older boys beating a grade 10 student with bats and other objects, and it is horrific. Some of these bullies are apparently top rugby players, actually. And what makes this whole situation even more horrific is the boy being beaten apparently has cancer. How shocking is this? Police are investigating this as assault, and the school governing body have confirmed that the bullies will face precautionary suspensions. I'll keep you guys updated.
So I don't even know how to start this video, to be honest with you, because I am livid. I'm now partly calmed down, but this is following my post of earlier with that horrible video that's been doing the rounds of a grade 10 pupil at Milnerton High School being bullied by 18-year-olds. I'm saying their age so that you know that they are actually not minors anymore. They are 18-year-olds. 18-year-old rugby players, actually. Big guys. Like big guys. And I didn't share the video because it is horrific. Sick to my stomach. That is what I feel. Now, people are going, gosh, we can't vilify these children. What they were doing wasn't things that children do. That was barbaric. They are adults. They know exactly what they are doing. Now, a lot of people are saying we need to come at the school, and where's the school statement? I agree with that. But here's the one thing a lot of people never ask for. People never ask, where are the bullies' parents? Why does no one ever ask about the bullies' parents? The people actually responsible for the discipline of their children. Now people are going to say to me, but Tracy, what kids are in front of their parents and what they are at school and outside is different. I get that. I completely get that. But this assault was filmed. It was filmed. And I'm sure was shared amongst themselves so that they could share it with other people. Now, my feeling is just nowadays parents are just too happy that their kids are busy and listen, I want to respect my child's privacy. Parents, if you had checked your children's phones, maybe, just maybe, you would have seen that video and realized what is happening. I am livid with everybody involved. I am horrified. I'm horrified at the school. I'm horrified at the parents. I'm horrified at the bullies. Yeah, my previous post, someone shared their pictures. I didn't hide them. I cannot get myself to hide those pictures because I cannot believe that you can do that to another person. Never mind a child. How do you do that to another person? And then standing, laughing, and egging each other on. I just don't feel like there is enough being done against the schools where bullies are being housed. And I'm saying they're being housed because many schools they absolutely know about what's happening and they do nothing. Let's be clear, they do absolutely nothing. So I feel schools need to be penalized if they are bullies. Some kind of tick needs to go next to their name somewhere so that when they apply for funding or a sponsorship for something somewhere, that people go, maybe I need to question this because you house bullies. Right? That's where my first thought is. That's the first thing. And I feel like the same thing needs to be done to the parents of the bullies. Maybe something needs to go next to their name, the same way like when you are blacklisted and people go, oh, maybe I should be careful here. The same thing needs to happen. Because I wouldn't put it past the parents, and some parents, I'm not saying all parents before people now get excited, but understand that I'm annoyed. I wouldn't put it some past parents to absolutely just pay it away. But it needs to stop at some point. People can't just keep going, but, it's my child. Someone else also said, we can't vilify the children. I agree, but people constantly want to find the reasons as to, sure, why is the bully doing this? Why aren't we first worried about the victim? We constantly want to go, let's first fix and see and make a plan. And let's also be clear, some kids are incredibly manipulative. They are just downright entitled. And that is why they feel they have a right to do that. So then they absolutely say the right words when you speak to them. I've been in those things as well. Some bullies come from bullying backgrounds. And again, that's another situation. But we cannot constantly use that as an excuse to not hold them accountable. That cannot be done. I don't know how this is going to be done. I don't know what the end of the situation is going to be. I know Milnerton High School cannot say anything, like I said a little bit earlier on, but like I said, it's also not the only school that knows about bullying and then they don't do anything about it. I ask that we all just please do remember the victim as well and his family. I am sorry to say that I have no sympathy whatsoever for the bullies. I don't. I can't feel for them. I can't find a reason to understand why they did it. And generally I can for most things, not for this. I just cannot.
Do you know what irritates me the most about this whole bullying thing? Lenessa Milnerton is that this is not the first time this happens. So I went on Twitter and I was just seeing comments and everything on what everyone was saying, right? And I came across a few older posts from like 2020, right, of people talking about their experience esikolweni, the assaults they went through, and the racism and everything. So this post is from the 4th of June 2020. If it is not 2020, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, right? So it reads as so. I'm sure people are going to think I'm looking for clout, but you're free to think what you wish. About a year ago, a rugby boy at my school hit me with a belt, and as a result of this, I have endless migraines and blurred vision to this day. This incident happened on school premises, and I was taken to the hospital by one of the school teachers without them informing my mom. When I got to Mediclinic, I was instructed by the teacher to tell the doctor I was hit by a ball during break so that the school's insurance could pay the medical bills and the doctors wouldn't call the police for further investigation. A number of my mates were called into the principal's office and were threatened and told they'd be done, have the matric dance, final exams taken away, and to add on to that, they'd be sued by the school for defamation of character. I know most people will ask why am I mentioning something that happened last year, but I just want to encourage someone out there. It's never too late to tell your story. So this was on 2022, February the 15th, right? And it says, we are shocked to hear about a disturbing report between learners and teachers at Milnerton High School, where the head of school's disciplinary committee allegedly made the black pupil get on his knees and bow to the white people after an argument over a flippin' bench. So bullying has been a normal thing in that school, right? And the sad thing is that it's not just happening at that school, right? It's happening at most schools, but teachers and principals cover it up by giving it a name which is called tradition. And it's not just in high school. Also in primary school, grade 7 boys will go and bully about grade 4 just because they just made it to the senior phase. In high school, they used to play a game and they find someone that is one disgusting tradition. I'm just disgusted at how the principals and teachers cover this whole thing up, and yeah.